Welcome back, everyone. We got this little Powermate edger that we're going to be working on today, trying to get up and get going. This is something that was given to me. I don't know how well this thing will run or if it'll run at all. Here is what she looks like up close. It has a 9-inch blade on it. Now this is more than likely I'm guessing, let's see how many cc this thing is. I'm guessing maybe 78. 79 cc engine. Machine is in good overall condition. Very simple to use. This lever here runs your blade up and down. Now let's go ahead and take a look and see if it's got any gas in it. No gas down in there. Well, let's take and put some gas in and see what this thing does. Now, people that gave this to me said it had some fuel issues with it. Leaking gas, which is not uncommon with these. These are just an aftermarket, China engine, basically cloned after a Honda in a way. So we'll turn the gas on. It's always interesting getting these mystery pieces of equipment. You get some people are honest where you say they don't run, and then you get some to say, people say, oh, they ran great. Then when you go try to start them up, you got problems. Well, we'll put the choke on here and see what we get. Okay. Huh. All right, well, it starts up and runs. Hang on now. Runs and stalls. Huh. Well, it starts up and runs. The motor don't sound bad. I guess we'll just kind of let it sit here for a few minutes and see if we have a fuel leak. I suppose I should have checked the oil in it before I started it. It's full of oil. Just in case someone drained it. Doubt it, but it happens. I'm going to take and pull this cover off here just to see if this thing does have a leak. I find it hard to believe it's this easy. The guy said you let it sit for a while and it'll leak gas. I got a filter there. All right. Not seeing anything jumping out at me right here. Seeing any leaks right now currently. But however, this thing's been sitting for a while. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the carburetor off this anyway and just clean it, just to be sure. It might be a good possibility. Maybe there's dirt inside there that maybe got stuck between the needle and seat and wouldn't let the fuel supply shut off, and maybe that's what was causing the leak on it. He said it was leaking out the carburetor. I'm clearly not seeing any leaks coming out of the fuel lines, so it would be a good practice. Let's check this carburetor off, make sure there's nothing going on inside that. Usually these China motors are notorious for carb issues. And unfortunately, when you buy these, you can't buy the OEM carburetors they come with to replace them when they go bad. We're only stuck with some of the aftermarket stuff out there. These are really simple to take off here. I don't know about y'all, but I hate these stinking clamps they put on here. You try to grab them on with a pair of pliers and they like to slip on you. And these suck. Whoever came up with this design fuel clamp, he wasn't very bright. That's not going back on there, I can tell you that right now. Another downfall on these engines is they got these long studs in here, and well, what I do is I'll show you what I use to get around this, really taking all that other garbage out to pull your carburetor off. I got my little Mac stud extractors. I absolutely love these things. These are a lifesaver. What I do is I'll just take and pull the studs out like so. And then I'll just take and drop the carburetor down. It's not a bad idea that you do it this way. That way, if you want to replace your intake manifold gasket inside there, you can. All right, there's a carburetor. We'll go over to the bench and take this thing apart and clean it out. All right, go ahead and pull this float bowl off here real quick. See what it looks like. Well, there is some dirt particles down inside there that could possibly get stuck in that needle and seat. So we'll go ahead and we'll just quick clean this out. Make sure everything's clean on it. Pull our float hinge pin out like this. Float. All right, now we got a jet right here we'll remove. Like so. Nope, that one's not going to come out of there. So we're not going to remove that, otherwise you'll end up ruining that, but go ahead and take our pilot jet out up here. Take this idle screw down out of here to get that out. There we go. Very important on these carburetors. You clean these pilot jets out because they will get plugged over time. See, it's mainly that hole that runs through there, and it looks like that one's plugged right now. Alright, we'll get a carburetor cleaner here and just start blowing this out really good, clean it out. I'll blow this out real good with low air pressure. Clean our float bowl out of here real good. Definitely has some discoloration inside this carburetor, so the fuel has been sitting in it for a while. Clean out my pilot jet. Take some torch tip cleaners, and this is very important on these engines. Making sure these holes are clear. Especially on the bottom here, you got to make sure this is clear. Like so. Alright, and blast this thing out with some carb clean. Alright, go ahead and screw our jet back down in. Just like that. Put our idle screw back in. All right, now we got that one jet that goes on the side. Again, very important to make sure this is cleared out. Just like that. Put our needle back on the float here, like that. Like so. There we go. Now I can take and put that jet back in. Put our float bowl back on. I didn't damage the bowl gasket, so I can reuse that. Like this. .10mm wrench. All right, our carb's all clean. Now let's go put this back on. All right, we'll start putting this guy back together. Throttle rod in. Say if we had issues with this carburetor, I do have an aftermarket carburetor I could put on this, but I always like to try to fix the original stuff on it first before we replace parts. Know what I mean? Well, that kind of sucks. The throttle rod just came loose in front of the side of the governor there, so now I got to screw with that to get that on. Now we're in business. Our studs back in here for the, we got that little 3/4 inch block that has to go back on. So far this has turned out to be a pretty easy job. It's nice to get those once in a while. Usually I don't. Usually I get stuff that's all used up. And I'm trying to resurrect any mere means of life it could possibly have left into it. So when I get stuff like this that's easy, I'll take it. Know what I mean? I tell you what, these Mac extractors here, stud extractors, they are the cat's meow. Oh yeah, I think there's a knockoff version that they're selling on Amazon right now. I'll take a look on there. If I find something that is comparable to these right here, I'll put a link in my description. How's that sound? Because I'm telling you what, you got to have one of these. You don't want to pay the Mac price for them, I can tell you that right now, but there's something comparable. I'll let you know. Okay, now put our fuel line back on. To replace this stupid clamp right here, now I'm going with my marine style cable clamps in this special tool. Now, I will post a link in my description on where you can get one of these tools and these type of cables. These are a special made zip tie. As you can see, they're rounded on the edge here. Because if you're doing this kind of work, you're going to want one of these. I'll show you how simple these things work. is put your zip tie around your hose, like so. You can run it down tight, just like this, and take your tool, just like that, cuts it off and you're done. That tool is a lifesaver. I'll post a link for this in my description too, because you've got to get one of these too. And that will not leak. Alright, now we got to put our ear box here back on. Hose slips right back in. Just like that. See, throttle linkage is moving nice and free like it should. Just like this. Air filter. Well, carb's all clean back on it, so I guess now a moment of truth. Let's see if she runs any different now. Well, here goes. Okay, I guess gotta choke it. So excellent. This has definitely been one of my easier willet runs than I've had here in a little while. But yeah, I think this was a good find here. So I'll definitely put this thing to use. These little Powermates here, they're just they're not a top quality machine, but you know, it just depends on how much you're going to use one. But you know, if you just got a little edging to do around the house, yeah, they're a suitable machine for the money. Now, I think these machines here, brand new, I think they only sell for around 230, 240 bucks, somewhere in that vicinity. But hey, I'll take it. It's a win. So I'll use this thing. If I have any issues with this thing, I got a brand new carburetor I can put on it. So it'll be a trial and error on this. But hey, thanks y'all for stopping by and checking out this video. I appreciate every one of you. And we'll see you in our next video. Take care, everyone.